Hello guys, and welcome to the first part of my playthrough of Shadow of the Erdtree, the Elden Ring DLC. So I am a bit late in bringing this one to the channel, obviously because I was doing the Bloodborne 60fps run at the time of when the game was actually released. So after taking a short break, I finally got around to recording the DLC. So I started my character here with a level of 135. Which I think is a pretty decent starting point for the DLC, because I think it was recommended between 120 and 150. So I think 135 just kind of sits quite nicely in between those two numbers. So as we all know, the DLC starts from the Cocoon of the Empyrean Site of Grace, and that's obviously after you've defeated the boss Mohg. So here we talk to the NPC Leda, and after that you basically touch Miquella's wrist and you're transported to the DLC area.
I was guided by faith along his honourable path. Touch the withered arm, and you too will be transported to the realm of shadow where Miquella the Kind now dwells. My compatriots are there already. Like us, they have heard kindly Miquella's call. If you can find them, they are certain to lend you aid. Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind.
So the first area, of course, is the Gravesite Plain, and the design of this I thought was absolutely amazing. And I think overall FromSoft did a great job with the visual design of the DLC in general. And as I thought the visual design looked so good, I decided to have my character give a round of applause here. So I just start here by riding round the Gravesite Plain area, and this is the first area that I check out in the plain. And here we can pick up our first talisman, which is the Blade of Mercy talisman. And this is quite a nice little nod to Bloodborne, because to anyone who has played Bloodborne will know that the Blade of Mercy is one of the weapons to feature from that game. And at this Gravesite, we will find our first Scadutree fragment, and these can boost the damage that you can do to enemies in the Shadow Realm, as well as negate some of the damage that you will take from enemies. These however have no effect outside the realm itself. Of course, I heard one YouTuber actually jokingly called the Scadutree fragments Scooby-Doo fragments. I'd have to say that's quite a good nickname for them. And on arriving at the Free Path Cross Site of Grace, we will find a couple of new NPCs who are Redmen Freyja and Hornsent, and both these NPCs are followers of Miquella, so they both have their own questlines which you can follow throughout the DLC.
Oh, another thing. Did you speak to our dour little friend? If you've yet to do so, have him give you a map of the Cross's whereabouts. You'll find more of them dotted about these lands. They are Miquella the Kind's footprints. If you've yet to do so, be sure to have our dour little friend share his map of crosses, assuming you intend to trace Kind Miquella's path.
Fie, another. Treading the heels of Miquella. Then, as that woman would surely say, we are in our purposes well aligned. But understand, your kind are not forgiven. The Erdtree is my people's enemy. By Marika long betrayed, set aflame. I believe Miquella's apologies when he says our delivery will come, but never will I see your kind as worthy. And yet my oath I cannot overlook. If Miquella it is whom you would seek, then comrade, allow me to give you this. These are the sites of the crosses I found. I urge you, follow after Miquella. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me. I urge you, as long as you abide...
So here we will meet another couple of new NPCs, who are Ansbach and Moore. So I talked to Ansbach here first, who as you talk to him seems to harbour suspicions as to why Miquella has entered the Shadow Realm.
You must be the Tarnished. I am Ansbach. Formerly in service to Lord Mohg, but now, like you, another soul guided by kindly Miquella. I'm hardly the steady hand I once was. My fighting days are far behind me, which is why I have chosen to dedicate myself to investigation, to discern tender Miquella's ultimate purpose. I'd rather not volunteer service to a new master unless I know that I can be of use. May I request a service of you? 6 crosses identical to this one have been discovered in these lands. They are akin to tender Miquella's footprints, or gravestones, which mark what he's left behind. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Miquella is doing here. If you discover any more crosses, be certain to tell me. I presume you, too, are keen just what kind...
Hello there. Together, we work. Together, for Miquella the Kind. Many things we have found.
So Moore here, however, is just a merchant who sells different items, and some of which are actually very useful, as he sells stronger versions of the elemental proof items such as the lightning, fire and holy ones. And as part of his quest, what you can do is you can actually collect cookbooks which will allow you to actually craft these stronger versions of the elements. These cookbooks can be obtained from creatures similar to the pests that you see in the main game. The only difference is these ones are actually not hostile.
Many things. I like finding things. For you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the forager brood. Things bring joy to all. I like for you, things. Goodbye.
And here I pick up the first Revered Spirit Ash fragment. And this, of course, is another new item in the DLC, which is pretty similar to the Scadutree fragments. The only difference here is that these blessings can boost your Spirit Ash summons. In addition to the Spirit Ashes, it can also boost the damage negation for Torrent as well. So at this point here, I grabbed the first DLC weapon that we get here, which is the Great Katana. And overall, I thought the Great Katana was an excellent weapon, and it has a really good moveset, as are all the Great Katanas that you get in the DLC, although there are only 3 of them. But they're definitely really solid weapons with good range, and they also do good damage. The only tricky thing here is to try and avoid awakening the Ghost Flame Dragon that is resting here. So it's best here to try and sneak up and grab the Great Katana without actually waking the dragon. Unless, of course, at this stage, if you do want to fight him, but at this stage in the DLC, you'll probably get fried by him. So that's it for this one, guys. In the next episode I will explore the Prospect Town and also the ruined Lava Forge intake. So that's it for now, and I will see you soon.